So people will let us know if it's not. Okay, go ahead.
All right, how's everybody doing? I'm Josh Sisk, the Executive Director at the Potawatomi Zoo. We'll give a little bit of time here for people to join, but I'm very excited to be inside the new giraffe habitat here at the Potawatomi Zoo. And today we're just going to kind of walk around, show you some of the progress that's going on here, and it's really getting exciting. We're really starting to see it come to life. If there's some sound issues, just let us know. We got a new mic we're trying out here, so let us know if you're having any issues. But let's walk. We're going to start walking up the feeding platform. Right, so right now we're in this 2.5 acre habitat. So this is the old Australia yard. If you want to pan over here, you can see how we're leaving the middle trees, but then look at all this land that'll be circling around the exhibit. And then there'll be a big pond feature down here and waterfall. And then where we're going to walk up now, this is actually the feeding platform. So visitors, you're going to be able to walk up these pathways. And you're going to walk up. And then check out this view up here. We got literally a 360 pan view of the entire zoo. And then this will be a big platform that goes out into the savannah, but check it out. So you can see all the space out here for the giraffes. They can walk around this island, lots of different topography in the ground. It's going to be a great habitat for them. We'll have zebras out here with them, ostriches. And then check out this barn. We're going to call this the Giraffe Conservation Center. What's going to be really unique about this, it's going to have a visitor center that you can go inside. You can actually feed the giraffes inside all year long, so even in the wintertime you can come to Holiday Lights, see giraffes. But it is coming and gone. We actually have a giraffe barn here at the zoo now, so we're really, really excited.
Talk about the AZA requirements for space and how we know we have enough space for them.
Yeah, so here at the zoo, we are becoming a modern zoo, and that's really our goal. So when we did this giraffe habitat, we wanted to make sure that we did everything right. So I've worked with professionals all across the country looking at square footage, what do giraffes need, how much space do they need. So this barn has everything. We've got UV light, so in the wintertime they won't be in a dark barn, they'll have natural light coming in. There's air exchange every 20 minutes, natural substrate, which is really important because in the long winter months they'll have to be in the barn. There's a big communal stall that they can all be in that has natural substrate. Everything. Then even to this habitat alone, it's important to have different topography, different places to walk around, shade. So giraffes are very similar to horses, believe it or not. So they have a very stall mentality, so they do very well in a barn. But we've just made sure that all the standards that within accredited zoos, that this barn will be modern even 50 years from now and the best place for giraffes. So.
Right, so this is like our standards are the same as any other.
Absolutely, yeah. It doesn't matter if you're a big zoo, little zoo. I mean, these are the standards that we're making sure that we're meeting here. Woo, it got cold today, though. I don't know. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll walk down there a little bit, and you can see. Yeah, I mean, the goal is that we will have giraffes here at the zoo this year, but it'll probably be later in the year, in the fall. But yeah, this year we're hoping by winter lights, holiday gift of lights, that you will be able to have giraffes. But definitely, without a doubt, next year's season. But it's still pretty exciting to come to the zoo even this year and see all the construction happening and everything, and start to see it come to life. So, so this is pretty exciting. I know it looks kind of thin, but believe it or not, giraffes are kind of thin. This is actually a giraffe door right here. So this is where the giraffes would come in and out. You can see just inside their barn. Yeah, it does. It helps you. I mean, it's right here. I mean, this is 26 foot tall at the front, 24 foot at the bottom. The big communal stall down on the end. This is all for giraffes. But then if you come around the corner, this is what we call the hoof stock wing. This is going to be more for zebras, ostriches, gazelle, any other animals that we want to put into the giraffe barn. So they'll be coming into this side.
That's exciting.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. But yeah, I mean, this is a massive project.
What's the capacity? Like, how many total giraffes could we have?
So we could have probably 6, 7, 8 giraffes They're very herd mentality, so they actually do very well together in areas. So we could have, 8 would be pushing it, but our goal is to have a breeding group at some point that we could have offspring, and so this barn would be great for that.
And how many are we going to start off with, do you think?
It's looking probably like 3 to 4. And it looks like, so there's in zoos, there's reticulated giraffes, and then there's Maasai giraffes. It's looking like, talking with the AZA in our breeding programs, I'll be starting with Maasai giraffes. I was when I started my career for 7 years, and I worked with Maasai, so I really enjoy the Maasais. They're a pretty special giraffe, so I'm excited to work with them again.
So you can see how high that platform is there.
Yeah, that platform's going to be really high. But yeah, we're making progress here. So yeah, so when the zoo opens April 2nd, by then, so the barn, it looks a little concrete now. It'll actually be stained a brown color. It'll look very similar to the front entrance. This visitor center over here, it'll all be glass, so you can go inside the barn. Like I said, there's going to be information just about the conservation status of giraffes, but it's just going to be neat that anytime you come to the zoo, rain or shine, you'll be able to see giraffes.
So someone asked how you transport giraffes.
So that's a very interesting question. It is not like what you see on the movies. They do not put them in a trailer with their heads sticking up. That's not true. But there's actually a few haulers within the country that do this for a living, and they actually have almost looks like a horse trailer with hydraulic lift. The top actually raises, the giraffes go onto the trailer, and then they're able to haul them. They do very well. I don't realize giraffes are very horse mentality. Like they trailer. When the trailer starts to move, they'll lay down. So they actually transport very easily.
Do we have a plan for what the fee is to feed giraffes? And how does that work?
We're still working on that. So it'll probably be romaine lettuce. If you've been to some of the other zoos like Fort Wayne or any of the local zoos around us, so they're browsers, so they eat a lot of leaves in the wild. So we don't want to feed a lot of grain and things like that. So it'll probably be just romaine lettuce. There's not a lot to it, so they can eat that all day long. It'll be good for them. And then we're still working on the fees. One of the goals of the zoo here, though, is to make sure that we're a zoo for everyone. So we'll make sure that whatever the fee is for the giraffe, it'll be a very, very, maybe $1 per leaf or something like that. We're still working on that. Will definitely be very reasonable for everyone to be able to have this experience.
So it's more of a walk-by kind of, like, not like a thing where you have to, like, choose chicken, just a walk-up class.
Yeah.
No, you can't actually hear me probably, so.
No, it'll be very similar to the zoo farm, where you just, instead of having to register and do all that stuff, you'll just get in line and be able to get your lettuce right there and get on the feeding platform and see them anytime you want. So.
Yeah. Anybody else have ask if anyone else has questions?
So does anyone else have any questions about the giraffes or the zoo in general while we're here?
We're opening up.
Yeah, we're opening up April 2nd. If you notice, if you go onto our website, the zoo classes have already started coming up, zoo camps, birthdays. So the year, believe it or not, 3 more weeks, and then we're up and going. So 2 more, not even 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
One more time, someone asked about the potential projected opening of the exhibit.
Opening of the exhibit, we haven't committed to a date. It's going to be looking like a giraffe exhibit by the beginning of the summer, but the goal is we'll probably get the giraffes closer to early fall. I'm hoping early as September, but don't mark my words on that. That's just a guess. But we will definitely have them here for the end of the season, and then into Gift of Light, you'll be able to come into the barn and see them.
And any timeline on the lion changes? So how's the lion thing going?
So our Big and Loud campaign, if you go to our website, you can see we're still raising money for our campaign. Lions is in the works as well. It probably will be closer to 2022. But we're, our old lion, Anyo, he's 19 years old. We wouldn't want to move him into a new habitat like that. It'd actually be stressful for him. He's lived his whole life where he is. So the goal isn't to get that done quickly for him, but we won't bring in new lions until we have that habitat constructed.
Someone asked where the giraffes will come from. I think it's okay if you say that we don't publicize that out of respect for other facilities.
Yeah, we're still working on that. They'll come from another accredited zoo in the country.
What else will be on exhibit with them?
So we'll have zebras on exhibit with them. We're going to have ostriches. There'll be a big pond feature here, so we could have some African cranes. I love there's a wild guinea fowl live in Africa, so I'd love to have some guinea fowl running around in the yard. It'll be a lively little savanna we have here.
Someone asked if we're going to get new lions for the new exhibit.
Yes, so when the new lions come, we'll be getting new lions for the new habitat. It'll be a state-of-the-art modern habitat, so we'll be able to do breeding. We'll be able to hold multiple lions. But like I said, Anyo's lived his whole life at his current area. it would be tough on him to probably move to a new home. So that's not the goal with Anyo, but it'll definitely be new lions for the new habitat.
All right, one more call for questions.
All right, one more call for questions.
We're freezing out here.
I know it's cold. I don't like this. But I know we're home for warm weather, but it's coming quick. So yeah, so April 2nd, opening day. One more winter day too. So this coming Saturday, we're having one more winter day. So if you want to come out here and get a sneak peek for yourself of the giraffe habitat, come on out. Enjoy that last winter day before we get open.
Someone asked, what will we do with the old lion area? Do we have an idea on that yet?
So the old lion area, what we'll do is we'll probably renovate that whole area into maybe put some new meshing up and just find a species that's a little more appropriate for that size area. So maybe a smaller cat or a primate, something that is a better fit for that area.
Awesome, perfect.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right, guys.
To say one more time.
One more time, April 2nd, the zoo's opening. This is the giraffe habitat. I'll see you guys. If you have any questions, always reach out to the zoo, and we can't wait to have you guys back this season.